Today was of an interesting week of the currencies market. My second video on Sunday, the 2nd of August. Again, all graphs until end of day of the 31st of July. That was Friday. And in this video, I'm doing my expectations for the consequences for the ZAR of the Japanese intervention in the currency market of the first video. So first of all, we are back to the Euro USD weekly, and I'm saying that if the Bank of Japan is not prepared to keep propping up the yen as they have done, as I've explained in the first video, then expect a knee-jerk reaction. So that was an overreaction, a knee-jerk reaction, then back, and that would mean that the USD will probably strengthen to 114 again, where it was before the Bank of Japan intervened. Remember, we also had the interest rate of Wednesday, and this is what I'm trying to show here. This is Wednesday. This is evening or late afternoon Wednesday in the United States. And what happened is that the United States dollar weakened because of unchanged interest rates. That is what you see there. But what is important is the fact that before Wednesday was even over trading, the weakening of the dollar because of the unchanged interest rates, and the world was widely expecting a 25 basis points increase. The United States dollar was already declining, meaning strengthening again after this weakening. Also of tremendous importance is a spike in gold in the reaction to the dollar weakening. This is an hourly graph for the past 5 days. The reaction of gold, which by Thursday morning has also been neutralized with gold almost back to where it was before the interest rate decision was announced, and a decision that didn't raise interest rates. So it looks like in this scenario over here, the Bank of Japan sees an opportunity to intervene in the currency markets and strengthen the yen, as I have explained. And this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, renewed weakening in the dollar, and again by 1800 hours, this is 12 o'clock on the graph of Friday, weakening of United States dollar. Already in the last 3 hours, you see United States dollar getting support around here, which is just above 115.35 over there. Important. So what happened on Wednesday? The US Fed funds target rate on the right-hand scale, that is there, currently sitting at 3.75, so not the top band of that range, 3.5 to 3.75, was not arranged to fall. And the US CPI, both headline in dark green and core in light green on the left-hand scale. And it is clear that, in my view, that expectations for US interest rate rise was totally overdone. Firstly, the Fed is clearly looking at core inflation, the light green line there. Core inflation, by implication, way lower than headline inflation, as core inflation does not include energy prices and food prices. So the Fed, in my view, clearly looking at core inflation versus headline inflation that would have pushed interest rates higher. But more important, in my view, is the fact that the Fed has a dual purpose. And the second purpose is to support a weak labor market. We have an inherently weak labor market. This is the change, the absolute change in non-farm payrolls on the left-hand scale with the US non-10-year benchmark percentage yield on the right-hand side there. The focus now is on the absolute change in non-farm payrolls. The past year, we have seen numerous months that that jobs were actually destroyed in the US economy. Now we have this situation. So it is clear that in terms of the dual purpose of the Fed, that they would also protect a very weak jobs market. Look at where we came from the middle of 2022. And we must also not forget the pressure from Trump. While he's there, there will be pressure to keep interest rates low, to prop up non-farm payrolls to increase jobs in the economy. So that was, in my view, overdone. We didn't get it, and we had this unnecessary weakening of the dollar, which petered out still the same day. Then we come to the US dollar Swiss. If somebody doesn't know that the dollar was weakened deliberately on Thursday and Friday, and looking at this graph, Swiss against the dollar, you would surely come to the conclusion that this strengthening of the Swiss, if Swiss goes down, it strengthens against the dollar, is just the result of normal market volatility, as we have seen numerous times in the past. So the weak dollar, by direct intervention from the Bank of Japan, did not cause the Swiss to strengthen significantly. As a matter of fact, the highs there, high because that way is strengthening, is in line with the previous 3 or 4 weeks. Also, gold not increasing at all. I've touched on that in my previous video, with Bitcoin actually declining. So with gold not increasing, the Swiss not really strengthening, Bitcoin actually declining, my call for next week is the ZAR back to this level here, which is around 1675, which is where the ZAR has support, long-term support from a 50-week simple moving average. Then finally, look at gold and the emerging market currency index. I'm stating that if ever there was confirmation of correlation between gold and emerging market currencies, this is it, and it is clearly out of sync. The rise in the index, meaning emerging market currencies, have strengthened across the globe, but with gold actually declining. This, I think, isn't sustainable unless the Bank of Japan keeps on propping up the yen and weakening the dollar. So, in summary, should the Bank of Japan be unable to continuously prop up the yen, the expectation is a knee-jerk reaction from the US dollar, probably strengthening it back to 114 per euro, where it came from. Both gold and the USD Swiss support this view. Two arguments, both stemming from the US Fed's dual commitments, were raised why the expectation for an interest rate rise on Wednesday was overdone. In any event, US dollar weakening because of the Fed not raising interest rates petered out by Wednesday already, possibly when the Bank of Japan saw an opportunity to again eventually. If we have this anticipated knee-jerk reaction, expect the ZAR to weaken back to 1675 again. Correlation between gold not rising at all and emerging market currency supports a weaker ZAR. In other words, for all emerging market currencies, that the price there, the candle, would be a red candle dropping downwards. This is an outlook, as is the case with the previous video. Outlooks will be wrong. This outlook is nullified when the USD weakens through 117 per year. This is an outlook for currencies, not for any other financial instrument. Note the disclaimer. All the disclaimers at the bottom of the graphs. Until we talk again, hopefully next Sunday.